Good afternoon, YouTube. Just wanted to do a video here. This is a 2014 Ford F-150 Super Cab, Super Crew, whatever you want to call it. The issue I'm having right now is I went on the highway last night, and when I went to turn on my high beams, my headlights went completely out. And so I went through other YouTube videos and tried to research what the problem could be. I've checked the fuses, the fuse panel down by the kick panel there. Fuses seem to be good. When I turn the high beams on, you can hear a click down there, so I'm assuming everything's working because I went through the owner's manual and everything, and there doesn't seem to be relays for at least the high beams anyway. So I have the truck running. I have the lights in manual, not automatic, manual. So you can see on the front or the back of the other vehicle, you can see that the headlamps are on. So when I go to engage the high beam, you will see the low beams, or we'll lose all lights altogether. High beam, no headlights whatsoever. You can still see running lights there. All the other lights work. And then back to low beam. Right? So both sides, high beams are lost. If I go back to here and I turn on high beams, you can see that the blue indicator light is on, telling me that the high beams are on. And when I go back, obviously there's no high beams. So I'll go back to low beams, and there's the lights. So I checked the fuse, everything's good there. The fuse along the kick panel. And so what I've decided to do now is I'm gonna change the bulbs, and then we'll see what happens from there. It's very strange that both headlights or both high beams lose, go bad at the same time. I did read in one of the forums where there was another guy that had the same issue, and he changed his bulbs and everything seemed to work fine after that. So I'm going to see the high beams are still on. Blue indicator light is there. Nothing on the back of the vehicle there. Back to low beams, so you can see that the low beams are on. So yeah, not an issue with the low beams. Very rare, I guess, that both high beams will go out at the same time. So I'll change the bulbs out and we'll see what happens. Okay, so here we are at the front of the vehicle. What we need to do is remove this rubber shielding here. So we need to take these screws out, one right there and one right there. And then we take off the top bolts, one here, and one down here. So I'll come back to you once that's done. Okay, so as you can see, I pulled the headlights off. So here's the bulb that we need to change out. And so I'll change these out. I won't video it because there's other videos on YouTube that show you how to do it, but it's very easy. These ends here go into these holes here, so not a big deal. I'll change these out and then we'll put it back together and see what happens. Sorry about that. So right now we are on low beams. And you can tell from the vehicle in front of me that the lights are on low beams. Now I'll switch to high. High beams are on. Back to low beams. High beams. Low beams. So changing the bulb seemed to have worked. Very surprised that both high beams went out at the exact same time. But I did look at the filament in both bulbs, and there seems to have been a little bit of burnout on both sides. So we'll just conclude with that. And once again, high beam in front of the vehicle, back to low beam. So you can see a little bit of movement there. And we'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, everybody.